And welcome to Emotional Support Animal Show number 8. We're thrilled to have you join us today as we dive into the world of emotional support animals and the incredible impact they have on the lives of their handlers. This show is dedicated to giving you an inside look at the people and the stories behind these amazing animals. In each episode, we connect with the registered emotional support animal handler who are officially listed with the Emotional Support Animals Registry in the UK. As you can see, the logo. That side. Our guests share their personal journeys and unique ways their ESAs have transformed their lives, an invaluable bond they share with their companions. From heartwarming stories of resilience to insights into the daily life of an ESA handler, this episode promises to be both informative and uplifting. We'll be asking our guests a range of questions about their emotional support animals, how they become registered, and the positive changes these wonderful companions have brought to their lives. Whether you're an ESA handler yourself, considering getting one, or just curious about the role of these animals play in mental and emotional well-being, you're in the right place. So sit down, relax, and let's get into another episode of the Emotional Support Animals Show. Let's get started.
Move it more to myself and Poppy, and Susan will let you next to us.
Welcome to the show. Could you both start introducing yourselves?
Yes, Susan, would you like to start with yourself?
My name is Iwona. I'm 15 and I have an emotional support animal.
And his name is Poppy. He is 6 years old, so he been with us for a while.
Okay. So, Suzanne, can you tell us about your ESA? What kind of animal is it, its name, and how it became part of your life?
He's named Poppy. He's a border collie, and he was pretty unexpected. My mom kind of brought him home as a surprise, as like a family dog, and over time we realized that he was really good at noticing when we had stronger emotions, and he would help calm us down.
For you, how did you feel when your daughter, did she bring up the idea for emotional support animal, or did you?
Actually, well, this is a long story, but keeping it short, none of us, I don't think none of us even knew it exists. So he became a part of our family, and it's just happened by itself, none of us really expected that. He just became our emotion way before we knew that the organization even exists.
Suzanne, what led you to decide that you wanted or needed an emotional support animal?
So although it was spontaneous, I realized that once he did start supporting me more, but I can't go without him, because when there's no one human, then there's always my dog who will comfort me and who will listen.
And Rana, from your perspective, what were your initial thoughts or concerns about this decision?
Well, so no concerns whatsoever. Actually, it was one of the best decisions I made in my life, and I think I should do it much earlier. But it was a quite unexpected, but the best decision I made. One of the best decisions I made.
How has having an ESA impacted your daughter's day-to-day life and mental well-being?
It helped a lot. So I think probably many people will agree with me, especially if you're on a spectrum. It can give you a huge comfort, support, helping with your sensory overload. So it's changed the life in many ways, in a good way, if you know what I mean.
Have you noticed any changes in the family dynamic or household as a result of having the dog Poppy as a ESA?
Yes. I think I need to mention as well. He is, as much as he is a Susan emotional support. He kind of supports all of us. So it changed our household as well. It's just a bit happier place. Seeing, especially when he's supporting my kids. So yeah, it changed in a very good way.
Could one or both of you share a particular story or instance where the Poppy provided comfort or support during a challenging time?
So during my GCSEs this year, it was obviously very stressful. I had a lot of revision to do, and it was just taking all of my time. And I remember one night it really got to me, and I got really upset. And since Poppy sleeps in my room, he kind of sensed that I was upset, and he jumped up on my bed, and he just hugged me, and he let me pet him until I calmed down.
Mm-hmm. And Susan, what was some of the biggest benefits you've experienced since getting Poppy?
I think there's just always something there, to kind of lean on. He is one of my best friends. I can always go to him. Sometimes when I'm home alone, I don't have to worry because I have my dog. So I can always look to him for comfort if I'm feeling upset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Iwona, what benefits have you seen from your side, perhaps in supporting your daughter?
Oh well, many, but I think one of them is definitely feeling more. I'm feeling more calm. I'm worried less about Susan because I know that obviously apart from us, he is a huge part of her mental health, her well-being. So yeah. Oh gosh, I could probably write a book about that. So many different ways.
Susan, have you encountered any challenges or obstacles with Poppy, especially in public places or any specific establishments?
When our family was staying in hotels as emergency accommodation, we weren't really allowed our pets. I'm not sure why, but that meant that I couldn't have my dog with me, and I'd have to go pretty far to visit him, which was definitely a big problem because I kind of need him in my life.
Mm-hmm. So the emergency accommodation didn't let emotional support animals in either, did they?
No. It's actually it's bad for many of us because our situation, our case, it's not isolated. There is so many people, and it's just sad.
Yeah, we get. The registry gets emails all the time about having problems with emergency accommodation. Some do take them, some don't. Do you feel that having Poppy has helped your daughter connect with people in your community, or has it affected your family's social life?
Well, both. In some ways, both. About Susan, I think it's definitely amazing to watch that he's definitely helping her build her confidence, so that automatically will have an impact on her social life. So oh god, I am he is just a huge impact on that. So and as well giving sometimes helps to break the ice, if you know what I mean. So if you have someone, the animal, it doesn't have to be a dog because she loves all of animals. So that kind of gives you that potential conversation you can start, and animals are just great. So What can I say more about that?
What's the most surprising thing each of you has learned about having Poppy or as an ESA since you got one? And has it changed your view on emotional support animals?
Susan, would you like to start on that?
So I kind of already knew that emotional support animals existed, but I didn't think it was such like I wouldn't say a simple thing to kind of get the registration. So I thought it was like a much longer process with stress, but I guess not.
Are there any misconceptions about emotional support animals that you, as a mother-daughter team, would like to clear up for our viewers?
Yes, Susan, would you like to start?
I think a lot of people kind of see emotional support animals as like an excuse to kind of bring your animals everywhere, but I don't think you really understand how much an ESA can do for you until you actually experience the love and support from an ESA. I didn't fully understand how important emotional support animals were to people until I realised I can't live without him. So they're not just that people say so they can keep their pets with them at all the time. It's a real thing. It's real support.
Yeah.
You know, everybody says that.
Yeah, sorry, I was just gonna say that it's a shame that people, you know, trivialize that, because, you know, we should be more open, you know, and mental health, you know, we can deal with mental health in many different ways, not just the pills, not just counseling, but, you know, the animal part is a huge in the mental health, you know. So yeah, we should be more open.
Yeah. Susan, how does Poppy help you manage specific symptoms of your for you?
So I have autism and I get overstimulated and overwhelmed very quickly, easily. When that happens, I don't want to be around anyone, or everything kind of around me is too much, and just come on over. And he'll let me pet him. He'll let me give him a hug. When I don't really want physical contact from him, he'll still kind of try and push, just so that I don't do any stims that I might hurt myself with.
And Iwona, how have you seen this play out in real time?
Oh yeah, I seen it many times, and as sometimes, you know, heartbreaking it is. It's amazing to watch, because you know, there is no words. There is sometimes not even a movement, but the fact that he is next to her is just enough. I know to some people it's just they cannot imagine that, but to her it's just enough. I saw it so many times, and especially the time when we were separated, when he was in a foster family. That was, I think, the most clear moment, because, you know, so many times she asked me, "Mom, can we please at least go see him for a bit?" So we want to be able to him more or less often, but yeah, I saw it many times.
How receptive have businesses and service providers in your city or town been towards Poppy? And have you found certain places more accepting than others? And how's that been for the family?
I don't really think we take him many places, and the only place that we could have had him was the hotels, and we didn't have a very positive experience there. We've been to like caravans with him, but those are pet friendly, and that was okay. You know, there were no problems. He was just kind of seen as a normal thing, but I think in the emergency accommodations, it was a problem.
I think if I would add something to that, it would be housing sector. If you try to rent property or you are in a housing, council housing, it's very challenging and very difficult. And sometimes they will deny, permission to have an animal, even that, we do have all paperwork from a few different professionals, supporting us, in trying to fight for Poppy. So, he will be able to say that, because it's not just our pet. It's a huge support and help.
You said you've travelled together with. You said you've travelled together with Poppy. What was that experience like? You said you've travelled together with Poppy. What was that experience like? And besides the hotel challenges, did you have any challenges with anything else?
Well, if we travel with him, the first thing will be to make sure that the place we're going is pet friendly. But obviously, it is more challenging to find those places, and often they will be more expensive, obviously. So it can be sometimes challenging to, find something nice and pet friendly, but to find that place, it was okay. It was nice. Poppy was happy. We are happy. Susan was extremely happy to have him, on the caravans with us. So, yeah, that actually wasn't a bad experience on that front.
Okay. What advice would you give to someone who's considering getting an emotional support animal, Susan?
I think advice would be don't take advantage of your emotional support animal, I guess. Like, if you pick the wrong animal and you expect them to kind of already know everything and be perfect straight away, that's not going to happen. I think you have to build a bond with an animal, as well as kind of teach them certain things, but it's mostly about a bond, so you can't kind of feel that straight away.
And from a parent's perspective?
Well, I definitely agree with Susan. Absolutely. And another thing I want to add is that if you're choosing to get emotional support animal, make sure you don't choose just because it looks cute or sweet. Because it's like what Susan said. It's about building that bond. It's much more than that. It's like. Often kids want animal, but then we adults ending up looking after them. It's just trying to be cautious, and making sure what you're doing, and do your research, obviously, and maybe have a little look around. Take that child, or as if you are adult, go meet those animals in person. See how you feel, because if you're gonna find that one, you're gonna know that's the one, if you know what I mean. And sometimes you just meet by coincidence, from a shelter. There's so many animals, so just be cautious.
I also think get the right size animal for your accommodation, and also the right temperament, because some dogs, like say a Jack Russell, needs a lot of exercise and time with it playing, and some, like I can see with Poppy, will just lie there and relax.
Oh God! Oh, believe me, no. he is just lying there right now because
You can feel the stress.
he can sense some of the emotions. So he's gonna be here, but he's not like that. He loves to play, so it's opposite to what you see.
Okay. Do you have any tips for managing the care and well-being of an emotional support animal, especially for young handlers or families dealing with disabilities or mental health challenges? And how do you divide the responsibilities?
Susan?
I think that we kind of divide the responsibilities between everyone. Some days I'll feed him, some days my mom will feed him, some days my sister will feed him. But I think what we will have to make sure is that if a responsibility is placed on us, we have to do it. And then there's obviously the unspoken ones, just like simply play with him, make sure he's happy, take care of your emotional support animals like they take care of you. I think that's really important.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, what's one thing each of you would like people to understand or appreciate about emotional support animals they may not realize, particularly in a family context like yours?
Susan, you want me to start?
Yeah, so.
I think I'm gonna repeat myself, but I think it's very important to really be open-minded and a bit more tolerant. That not every disabilities or needs you can see straight away. So don't assume just because you think you look at someone, but you look fine, you're okay. You don't know what's going on inside. Sometimes there is a huge battle, and and sometimes that little bundle of joy as Poppy can really make a huge difference. So just be kind to us, please. We need those animals. And it's so many of us. It's not just me, Susan, not my family. There is so many people like us out there.
Okay. Thank you to both of you. Much appreciated.
Well, thank you for having us, for the opportunity. We need to spread the word.
Yeah.
Okay.